In this video, I'm going to teach you how to pronounce my name. Now, this is not some narcissistic project of mine. The reason why I'm doing this is that my name contains one of the most, well, not difficult, but important sounds of the German language. And if you get that wrong, then your German will not sound very natural. So if you don't already know me, my name is Werner, which you're going to learn in a second. I'm a co-founder at Scapago, that's an online language school, and I also published this textbook where you can learn German with a story instead of boring dialogues. Now, today about my name. So, as you can see, my name, Werner, has the letter R twice. And the letter R is a bit difficult, especially if your first language is English. In most languages, R is pronounced either at the tip of the tongue, like in Spanish, for example, or in the throat, like in French. The good news is that in German, there are many occasions where the R is not pronounced at all. And this is what I'm talking about in this video. For how to make the R sound, I'm not going to talk about that in this video. I'll make a separate video about that. So sometimes the R has to be pronounced, but this video is about the situations where the R is not pronounced. And that is the case in my name. Whenever we have an R sound at the end of a word combined with an E, so an ER ending, we do not pronounce the R. Instead, these two sounds, the E and the R, merge to one sound, which is something like okay? Just this like surprise or not knowing what is going on, where you just say okay? A bit of a strange sound, not very beautiful, which is also why we always say this short. So we have this sound, for example, in words like Vater, Mutter, Schwester, oder. You can hear no E, no R at the end of these words. Instead, I only have this short sound, okay? When you practice the sound, you can practice it a bit longer, like for example, something like that. But when you say it in a German word, it's just very short. So once again, Vater, Mutter, Schwester, oder. Okay? It's a bit similar to British English, where you have the words like, for example, driver, teacher, and you do not really hear anything more than this sound. Okay? So this always applies in German words when they have an ER sound at the end, like my name, Werner. Okay? So no R at the end. The second syllable is just a N. Linguists sometimes write this weird sound like an E that is tilted on the top. But yeah, that's just some additional information for you. So what happens if the ER sound comes earlier in a word, not at the end, but in the middle of a word? Like also in my name, you can see that the first syllable, the WER, also has this ER sound, or the ER combination, but since this is not at the end of the word, it will not be an sound. Instead, we will pronounce the E and then move it slowly into this sound. Okay? So it will be Werner. Okay? Werner. So an ER sound in the middle of a word is a transition from the E to the that you already know from Vater, Mutter, and so on. Okay? Try that once more. Werner. Werner. Okay, so that's for you to practice for the next weekend or the next few days, whenever you have a little bit of time. Try to say my name 10 times, 100 times, 500 times, as much as it is necessary until it sounds natural. And again, remember, in these cases, I never want to hear an R. Not a Spanish R, not a French R, not an American R, no R at all. It's just this sound. In the cases where it's at the end of the word, the A will be basically mute, whereas when it's in the middle of the word or at the beginning of the word, then the A will be pronounced, and it will be this transition from the A into the A. Okay, let's look at this sound where we transition from A to A in a few other German words. For example, Berlin or Schmerzen. When it comes to the combination of another vowel with the letter R, then usually you can also vocalize it. You call this vocalized R, this phenomenon in German. For example, you can say vor. However, there are a few dialects that do not do that, and that would say vor. I come from the south, I do it, I vocalize everything. So you can say vor. Okay, again, practice this a little bit. If you have questions about it, if you have questions about specific words, please put your questions in the comment. Let me know what is difficult for you about the sound. And otherwise, subscribe to the channel, activate the notifications so you get the next videos, and I'll see you soon.